Yo.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for 500 subs. We really appreciate it and can't thank you enough for all the support. In the comment section of our last video, we asked what you wanted to see this time, and most common mistakes won out. This video is especially fun and challenging to write because we realized there were so many mistakes that we could cover, ranging from the technical to the tactical to the psychological. Because we couldn't cover everything, in the future we're going to make a dedicated series to the mistakes that we see in practice. For now, we're going to cover the top 6 biggest mistakes we see among beginners. The first mistake we're going to talk about is one I'm sure everyone's familiar with, but it's super important. It's simply not bending your knees while you're on guard. Now, I'm sure if you go to any tournament or NAC or anything like that, you're going to hear at least one coach there yelling, bend your knees, you gotta bend your knees more. And that's because if we're lazy and we don't bend our knees, we are lacking the literal spring to our steps. When your knees are bent, you're loading your muscles so that you can be balanced and actually move very fluidly and very quickly. If you try to lunge, and you can do this in an experiment, and you stand up and try to lunge, you're basically going to fall forward. If you bend your knees, you're going to be able to push with your back leg, kick with the front leg, and really get some distance and power on your lunge. So bending your knees is extremely important. So one thing we found that works with our students to kind of explain the proper position your knees should be in so you don't cause damage and so that you're stable is actually to think of it as a house or a pentagon. If you maintain this house or pentagon position, you're going to be in a really nice place to where you won't rock your hips or sway your hips as you're moving. One thing we should note is that we recommend this house position or this pentagon position if you're a beginner. As you evolve in your fencing, you may find that you like other unguarded positions that are more suited to your body type or just, the natural way you move, and that's totally fine. Again, fencing is all about freedom, and there's plenty of examples out there of elite fencers at the really high level who don't adopt this pentagon position. But we really think this pentagon or house position is really nice if you're beginning as a way to make sure that every step you take is solid and controlled. If you find that you're breaking your house as you're moving, there's probably an underlying problem with your footwork that you need to address. Maybe your legs aren't strong enough, or maybe your technique is off as you're moving. Maybe you're not, starting with lifting your toe, putting your heel down, and then putting your toe back down on the floor as your dominant foot starts. So there are 2 major ways we can really improve our footwork and bending our knees and keeping that pentagon position. The first is simply to train it. So every day you do footwork training, which most clubs should be doing. And when you're doing your footwork, really put an emphasis on keeping the form great throughout the training. So you're really focusing on the technique itself rather than the pure number of reps. If you focus on the technique itself, it's better to do the 10 or 15 steps at a time rather than running up and down the strip like a crazy person and training the wrong thing. It's true you'll get very fast, but remember the whole point of footwork is to set up your attack. So if you're moving too fast to be able to control, then you might have some problems when you're actually trying to land your strike. The second thing you can do to improve your bent knee position and establish this pentagon is to do some physical conditioning training. Now in the future, we're going to post some videos of what we do for our own physical conditioning training and footwork, but right now there's quite a few videos on YouTube that'll show you how to train your legs, and we highly recommend looking at them. Adding some strength and conditioning training to your otherwise normal fencing routine can really improve your performance, and we highly recommend it.